Hello. Hey guys. I saw 222 this morning. So sorry if I'm absolutely on one this episode. Personally, never done any like white powdery substance, but I feel like if I did, it would probably give me the same like amount of adrenaline that I get when I see an angel number. I saw 222 this morning and I was like, wow. And it was also right after I saw of the Wizard Liz video. So if life can't get any better than that, I don't want it. I don't want it. But yes, hello everyone. Welcome back or welcome to today's episode of That's What She Said, where I basically talk about everything. Oh my God, I want to introduce you guys. Welcome to the new channel. This is my new channel. And I hope you guys stick around to enjoy and laugh and have fun. And also, last episode, I was talking about like a little bit of gaming. You guys, I just got myself a PC because I feel like, okay, so here is kind of the gag. I feel like when you start to grow up, maturing is really realizing that Apple truly is just like a fruit on a piece of technology. Which now that I'm thinking about it, Apple is kind of fruity. I wonder if that's why Steve Jobs wore like all those turtlenecks. Compartmentalizing that for later. I feel like all my life I've always really had like MacBooks, which okay, obviously I did because that's what everybody has. Everybody has like these MacBooks, these like fruity ass laptops. I don't know why. I just always wanted to be a part of that conversation. I always wanted like to have a MacBook, but then once I got a MacBook, I really realized like, damn, this bitch really has like an expiration date of 30 seconds. So I don't know why. I always thought that like getting a PC or getting like an actual like PC computer was always so intimidating. But then I look at like all of these other big creators, like a lot of streamers own PCs, especially if you're a gamer, you always use PC. I've never heard a motherfucker doing games and also doing an Apple. But I finally got myself a PC and you guys, it is actually a game changer. Like it's not as intimidating as you think. My laptop started to burn out. It was a MacBook, obviously. So what did I do? I bought a MacBook computer. Mind you, this is like one of the newer ones, one of the most expensive ones, the ones that come with like the monitor and then the actual like computer separate. And so I was like, okay, this sounds like a good deal. This sounds like, you know, I'm actually gonna get some fucking work done. I have had this computer for maybe like 6 months and it's already tweaking out on me. Like it's already like giving me the dragon's breath, you know, like whenever you have a laptop or computer and it's like doing the most. So it's like trying to like leave, it's trying to get out of there. I'm literally just like researching or I'm editing a video or I'm doing like this, that, and the third. Like it's not really that crazy of an ordeal. Now I play Fortnite. Honestly, I've only played it not too much, but I can already start to sense that this is going to be a game that I will be playing even when I'm not supposed to be playing it. You know, when you have like a crush on someone and you kind of start getting those feelings and you're like, oh, like this is about to turn into some trouble. That is literally the same emotion I feel when I start playing Fortnite. I feel like, oh, like you're a bad influence on me. I can already tell you're gonna be a bad influence on me. Stop. And then I also started playing Rainbow Six. Honestly, I am learning so much more about like the gaming world and stuff like that now since getting a PC, which is honestly a world that I've always wanted to be a part of. But again, like for some reason, it just looked too intimidating and I didn't want to indulge in it until I finally allowed myself to indulge in it. And now I'm like, literally 222 this morning. Need I say more? My juices are really flowing creatively, sexually. It's amazing. And honestly, my MacBook I only use for like editing on iMovie because fun fact, I actually edit all of my videos on iMovie still. I am living in the past, I understand, but iMovie is kind of like my safe space. It's my comfort zone, unless you count like Video Star, which if you know what Video Star is, you are most likely the most intelligent, beautiful person to walk this earth today. This is actually a crazy lore drop. I used to do... When I was in 6th grade, that's when I started like going on Vine and stuff like that. I was probably 11. And I remember there was this one gorgeous, gorgeous girl. Her name was Melissa Sandoval. So on Vine, I used to have an editing account for Melissa Sandoval, which she did follow. So don't even come for me about that. And then after that, when Vine died, I went to Instagram. Should we watch some of my edits? No. See, that's the thing. I have to blur out my name. I have to blur out the name. I wonder if I can even look it up. Well, hell yeah, I can look it up. Acting as if I don't know the fucking name of it. Oh my God, and TikTok just got banned. There's so much for us to talk about. Let's actually go on my... Oh! I found it, bitch. See, this is what I mean. Like, right off the bat, I already see a Cody Ko and Noel Miller edit. I don't fucking like Cody Ko anymore, but once upon a time, I was amongst the crowd that did like him. I don't know, like, every person that I found attractive, I would just make an edit of them. Wait, I am just now fucking remembering. This is about to be a crazy lore drop. When I moved to Instagram after Vine died, just regular fan edits. I used to do it on Instagram. I moved my account to a fan account for these two ghost hunter YouTubers. That was my childhood. Very over exaggerated. It's like, don't call Five Nights at Freddy's at 3 a.m. And you're like sitting there wondering, who is the demographic for this? I was. Me, 13, I was that demographic, bitch. I used to, because I remember watching those videos and like, I wouldn't fully believe them, but I would just be like, oh, like that's really crazy. Like, I wonder how they did that. Their names are Mikey Mamps and Jake Duffner, if you're even curious. And if you even know, if you know who those motherfuckers are, I want you to comment below right now so we can trauma dump together. And I remember I made a fan account for them because at the time they were like kind of smaller creators. They also, now that I'm thinking about it, this is so weird. And I honestly don't even know why I found like interest in watching this as a kid, but they used to do like all the 24-hour in like Walmart challenges where they would literally hide out like crazy style. I used to eat those videos up. I don't know why. It brought me something, and it brought me something enough so that I could make a fan account for them. It's going to be very difficult, but I have to make it work because you guys are not allowed to know the name. I'm sorry, but y'all are not allowed to know the name of this fan account. June 1st, 2017. Oh, I literally cringe watching these. Okay, so this is getting very, very vulnerable in a way that I don't really want to talk about anymore. I did an Ariana Grande edit. It was a Thanksgiving edit. She was a skinny legend. And Drew liked. Okay, so this was July 28th, 2018. And I said, Drew liked, stay mad. Ate that down. Like, what? Show you guys any of these because it's going to make me do backflips. Okay, so this was like a Billie Eilish one. I think this was just like a chill edit. Low-key ate that. Like, what are you talking about? The way that it syncs. That was Video Star Babes. Okay, so this was 2019. I also did one of Maggie Lindemann. Oh my God. And Maggie liked. This is so weird to look at. This is another Billie Eilish edit from 2019. And of course it loops. What else did you expect of me? Less? Wrong. What was the last edit that I made on here? I think these are two TikTokers. Oh, it's Chase Hudson and Anthony, whatever his name is. Okay, so if you like ignore the people that are in the video, the transitions eat. Okay, and that was 2019, and that was my very last edit. Oh my God, I also made one of Umbrella Academy, bitch. What is this? So imagine you're sitting there when all of a sudden a random person texts you and then asks you who the fuck it is. They say Jake. Right when you're about to block him because you thought it was Jake Paul, you realize it's the daily vlogging king Jake Duffner. And then you shake in your Timbs a little bit and start a convo with him. And then he asks you to hang out. And then he's snapping you all these hot pics of his ripped bod and hot face. Obviously, it's fucking sarcastic because, like, that's literally how people used to be on this app. That's enough lore for today. At the time, like, I feel like I just was such a big consumer of social media. The edits, they kind of did eat down. Like, even, like, though it was in 2017, 2018, it still holds up. After I like did all that, after I committed that crime, I haven't posted an edit since like 2019. And that's because after that, in like 2020, I went to college, and that was really, really crazy because it was also during COVID. So all of my classes were online. I was home all the time. I actually didn't really start YouTube with the intention of like becoming big or whatever. When I was in college, one of my classes was like an introduction to filmmaking class. It was just like an elective that I could take. So I took it. And when I did that, that's when for our class, we had to create our own YouTube channel, and we would post all of our short films and everything to that YouTube channel. That class was actually really crazy. We literally did our like calls through Discord. It wasn't even like through Zoom or anything. It was legit through Discord. So like every time we had a short film that was due, we would literally copy and paste the link into the chat, and we would all watch like each other's short films through that. So that is actually ironically how I started YouTube. Started doing all these like really crazy short films for class, and then shortly after that, I started to really get into deep dive videos. I was like, oh my God, I should honestly do something like that. And the very first video that I ever did was a video about Shane Dawson, because I unironically, like everyone else, grew up on Shane Dawson. I was one of the people that was sitting there waiting for his haunted cruise ship video to come out, part 34. So I like ended up doing that video, and honestly, my very first video ended up getting, I think, like 132,000 views within the first like 24 hours. It was crazy. And that was my very, very first YouTube video that I ever posted. But also low key behind the scenes, I was kind of in like my spiritual era as well. I was like manifesting a lot of things. A part of me was like, oh my God, wow, I can't believe that happened. And then the other part of me was like, oh, well, I mean, I manifested it. So what else did I expect to happen? But then you also like cannot deny that you are not gagged, because like it actually did happen. But basically, I did that video, and then after that, I just continued to do like controversial people videos, and then I went into true crime, and then now I feel like I'm kind of doing a mixture of both, which is really fun. I don't even think I ever said on YouTube that I ever went to college, but yes, I did go to college, and this is crazy. I was originally going to college to be a paramedic. I was in my college's EMS program to take like the Illinois state exam, become a paramedic, but since it was 2020 and like COVID was at its peak, a lot of like stations near me weren't really accepting ride time because of any of that. But my main like goal was to be something in the medical field. I took like APUSH, I took AP Bio, I took AP Anatomy, but I ended up doing all of that. And even like during high school, I even took more classes outside of the school that basically contributed to college credits for the medical field specifically. And then in my senior year of high school, that's when I joined EMS, emergency medical technician like program, where I would literally have to go into that class, change into my uniform every single day, and then we would like learn about whatever we needed to learn about. That class was actually really cool. There was a real ambulance in the classroom. First of all, that classroom wasn't even a classroom. I'm pretty sure it was just a damn garage. Like it literally was, now that I'm thinking about it. why? It really was just a damn garage, because I remember in the winter time, everybody in class would have their winter coats on because it was just that cold in there. Like, they would have like two tiny ass space heaters, and it kind of did something in the air, but it was not like enough to keep us from freezing. I also competed in medical competitions, which is so crazy, but they actually do have them. It's called HOSA, where you're basically a part of this like team of people, and you travel out to this place, and there's different categories that you could be in. I literally did that again because I wanted to be in the medical field. And then when I started like taking this paramedic class, we also were required to do ride time hours, which, if you guys don't know what ride time hours is, it's basically before you become a paramedic, you need to like do shadowing hours, very similar to like if you're going to be a teacher. Like, have you guys like ever been in a classroom and then every once in a while there'll be like a side teacher there, like a second teacher that you only see maybe once or twice, and it's just like a very random occurrence? That is mostly because that person is a student trying to get hours, which I also did in college too. I actually shadowed a 6th grade class for like a whole year. So anyway, ride time is very, very similar to that, where you go to the nearest like fire station and you ask them if they have available ride time hours, and then you could either pick up like a 6-hour shift, an 8-hour shift. I've known people that have literally picked up whole ass 12-hour shifts. I don't know how they were able to do that, but they were. And if you are able to do that, it's literally perfect, because then you could really rack up your hours and then have enough to take the state exam. So during this time, I was literally like riding on ambulances, which weren't really many, because I feel like a lot of people think like, oh, when you're a firefighter or when you're a paramedic, you're probably just constantly in the ambulance on the go. But honestly, it depends on where you live, because the town that I lived in was so small that literally I would just be sitting there doing my homework for like 3 hours, and then all of a sudden like the sirens will go off, and then I would put on my gear, and then we get in the ambulance, and then all of a sudden it's just like some guy that fell down the stairs, which is sad, but it's also like, damn, like I waited 3 hours to see an old man fall down the stairs. Like, I could have literally went to the mall and saw that for free, you know? Like, I don't know. Even throughout all of that, like something about all of that just felt wrong, but I feel like I did it because it was the easiest thing for me to get into. Like, I was thinking, okay, like paramedics make a lot of money, but you don't have to go through like years and years of medical school. And if I'm really good at it, and if I really keep up with it, then maybe I could even like move my way into the actual hospital, because when you're a paramedic, you are considered pre-hospital care, and then when you actually go to the hospital, that's like aftercare or like post-care. So when I did do like ride times and we would take them to the actual hospital, it kind of made me be like, damn, like we did save them, but like now I want to go back in there. Like, I want to go back into the hospital, and I want to like help them and like see what happens. I don't know. I'm like fucking nosy. So once I like couldn't do ride time hours anymore, I ended up going to college at first for EMS paramedic. And then again, because it was COVID, like I really couldn't do anything. I couldn't get ride time hours. I couldn't take the test. It was literally just all book work at that point. And I was like, bro, but I actually never got to that point, because as I said, one of my electives in college was Introduction to Filmmaking. So I took that class. I got my associates in literally just general education, like just gen eds, like the basic of the basic that you can do. On the bright side, if I ever go back to college, well, that's the thing. I don't even know if my credits are going to apply anymore. So did I just waste all that money? Who really knows? I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I have wanted to do every single career in the book. Literally name a career, and I have so much to tell you on it. There was one point in my life where I was really looking into aerospace engineering because I wanted to be a pilot. As I said, I took a class, Intro to Child Education or something like that. And very similar to the ride time, I had to shadow a 6th grade class. And I actually contacted my old 6th grade language arts teacher, and I said, hey, like I'm thinking about being a teacher. Also, I was thinking about being 10 other careers at the same time, but I was like, hey, I'm thinking about being a teacher. Like, can I shadow your class? And she was so happy. She was so grateful. She was like, oh my God, like I remember you. And it was so much fun. Kids are so precious and innocent and beautiful. And I also feel like I've always been like good around kids. Like for some reason, like I don't know. I think like kids just know. You know how people say that like kids just know. So whenever they see my bomb ass energy enter into the room, like they already know like, oh, like she's super chill. And honestly, I've always told myself that if YouTube never works out or if social media never works out, I'll probably just go back to school to be like an elementary school art teacher. I don't know why. I feel like that vibe has always been sort of my vibe. Like imagine me like just like spending the rest of my life in a cabin in the middle of the woods, and then like I eat off of the land because I also like am a farmer as well. And then like I just go to like school and I teach kids art, and then I come home and I'm like super fulfilled with my life. Like that is literally an option. Wait, let's talk about the TikTok ban first. That TikTok ban was actually the most bunky and funky TikTok ban I've ever seen in my life. And it's crazy how like, okay, so there's so many things that I have to say about it. So the last episode I was talking about the TikTok ban, and I literally clocked it, and I told you guys, and I said, I don't think TikTok is going to get banned. Genuinely, I don't think TikTok is going to get banned. It makes us way too much money. And as in us, I mean like America and the government. And same thing with like Donald Trump. He loves money, and he also has like a bunch of people surrounded by him that are like investors and stockholders, potentially investors and stockholders into TikTok. So if TikTok gets banned, all of those stockholders are now like pulling out and they're screwed. TikTok didn't even get banned. It got banned for like 10 hours and that was really it. And now we have it for like 90 days, I guess. Like, and the gag was, if you guys were on TikTok during the ban, you saw that little notification that popped up on TikTok where it said, we are going to be working closely with Donald Trump, trying to find a solution to all of this. And a lot of people are definitely thinking the same thing that I was thinking, in that this was definitely just like a ploy for people, especially the younger generation, to like Donald Trump a lot more. I think he was also trying to get into the Gen Z crowd when he released that one rapper from prison, which is so crazy. Honestly, if TikTok did get banned like for real, I don't think people would really care after a month. Like it would literally be the same vibe as when Vine died. Like people will get over it over 2 months. They'll go over to different apps and it'll be fine. I don't think like banning TikTok was really that big of a deal, but I do know who it was a big of a deal for, Ash Trevino, because I actually found her account. I never went to like her official account. She has all her comments turned off, obviously. But when you go to her actual account, I like was trying to see if she was on live or something. I saw her story. Tell me why this woman is now on Twitch. She thought she was going to have to go work at the dentistry office again, because again, what does that woman do besides cause chaos? Which I don't even know how she would stream on Twitch. Like, would she get a webcam? Like, would she get a PC? I don't foresee that happening. Is she just going to stream on her phone? Like, I don't think she really understands the dynamics of how different getting gifts on TikTok is and getting gifts on Twitch is. Like, you get money from like subscribers, but that's only if people actually want to subscribe and keep up with you. And as far as like gifts, you can send gifts, but I think Twitch takes a pretty big percentage of all of your gifts unless you're a partner of Twitch, and then you keep like 100% of all of your earnings, which again, like I don't really think Ash really understands that. Like I don't think she'll be making as much money on Twitch as she would on TikTok, but I just know she was probably shaking in her Timbs. I just know for a fact she was shaking in her Louis Vuitton luggage when she saw that TikTok was officially down, but then it came back up literally the next morning and it was chill all over again. Honestly, I think TikTok should have been banned. And I know that sounds like very crazy of me, but honestly, like it is something that needs to be locked up. TikTok really is a very beautiful platform. It can connect a lot of people, but I feel like the world has just made it such a dark and scary place that not even the best of like blockers can block the dark stuff on TikTok, which again is honestly just any social media. Like you go digging on any social media, you're bound to see something that you're not supposed to see. I don't doubt that there's probably just like pictures of dead bodies right now just on social media that people haven't discovered yet. I don't know, like I don't even think like a censor would really help. And even again, like taking away the app won't really help either, because people are just going to move over to different platforms. So does it really matter? I don't know. I need a palate cleanser, so let's watch some TikToks. I told you guys last episode that there was a very specific queen that I was going to show you guys, but I never did. And although I didn't see any comments asking about it, I'm just gonna like pretend. Sorry, I just saw JD Bird pop up on my timeline. Can we just look at JD Bird's Instagram? Look at JD Baby Bird Instagram. See, she is such a queen. Like, oh my god. Are you guys not familiar? Like, are you guys like she just eats it. She has to be a Gemini. Oh my god, but literally serving. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Just love JD Bird. Like, she really is just so gorgeous. I'm kind of convinced at this point that she is just AI, because I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see her in person, and then I will let you guys know. Let's just go through my saves on Instagram. What's this one? Oh my god.
Hey, come on, you can't lie here, dude. Dude, you can't. Look, pull your fucking pants off.
It's coming my way, and abundance is flowing my way, and peace is coming my way, and prosperity is coming my way. God loves me. Amen. The world loves me. The universe always works out for me. Everything's always working out in my highest good.
I haven't posted on Instagram in a long time just because I never take pictures of myself, actually, which is a problem. I want to take more pictures of myself. I think I have like imposter syndrome. I'm just like looking at like Instagram stuff now. I feel like I have imposter syndrome when it comes to me taking pictures of myself. I don't know, like I feel hot, but I shouldn't feel hot. You know what I mean? That's something that honestly I have been learning a lot about myself, that it is okay to feel hot. It is okay to be hot. Oh my God, I didn't even mention the Lego set of the week. So the Lego set of the week is the Minecraft Fox. I also downloaded Minecraft on my PC. Should I start Twitch streaming? Should I collab with Ash? Hell no. She can watch me from afar, bitch. Hell no. Anyway, so this is the Minecraft Lego set. This is the Fox, but I don't know. It only included like this little guy, and then it included like this little guy. I don't know. I thought it just like wasn't that interesting to look at. So I also included a couple of like Harry Potter characters in there, walking around, like doing their thing. This is my thing. I want to start streaming. Streaming is so scary though, because being on live is so scary. Like if this podcast right now was live, I'd probably like end it immediately, because why are you staring at me right now? That is none of your business. None of this is your business. If I go live, then like all of my terrible gaming skills will come out. So solution, I am just gonna get so good at these games, like overly good at these games, clocking in hour after hour, just so when I go live on Twitch or something, I'll be like moderate at that point. That's kind of the vibe I'm on right now. That kind of is like what I plan on doing. But I started playing Rainbow Six yesterday. Rainbow Six is actually so fun. I feel like games like that just made me feel so intimidated, but it's actually so much fun. I was going to talk about spirituality. Do I even want to talk about that anymore? I remember the first time I ever like encountered spirituality was when I was 13. I was in 8th grade and I went to my friend's house, and she was like very spiritual, and she whipped out a pack of tarot cards, and she was like, do you want a tarot card reading? And I was like, what is that? And she was like, oh, it's like a thing like you're supposed to like tell your future. And then I did it, and I honestly don't even remember what the tarot reading said. It probably said something like, because I was 13, it probably said some shit like color more and listen to your parents. And I was like, how the fuck did they know? I feel like when I started YouTube, that's when I really started manifesting and getting more into manifesting, which I actually can talk a little bit about. Shifting into a new mindset is so difficult. It is so much more difficult than getting this eyelash out of my eye right now. My God. And I feel like this is a very universal point that I feel like a lot of people could relate on. As I said earlier, like when I saw that 222, I kind of got scared, because I was like, I feel like something's amiss. That every time something's going really good, I expect something to go wrong. But even me thinking that is manifesting for something to go wrong. And that's why your thoughts, so I'll kind of like start off with this if you guys are interested. Your thoughts are so much more powerful than you think. Everything comes from a thought in your head. And you've probably heard this before, like literally everything. Like if you are laying on your bed right now, if you were sitting on a chair right now, some person had to think of the idea of that mattress and then put that mattress in the mattress store, and then now it is in your possession. Like even a chair, some person had to think of the idea of a chair, put it in a warehouse, put it in a store, and now it is in your possession. Even something as little as like a toothbrush. Someone literally had to think of an idea for a toothbrush, put that toothbrush in the store, and now it is in your possession. Everything in life starts with just your thoughts. And that's why your thoughts are so powerful. That is literally why you can go from being really happy to sad to angry to confused to happy again. That's literally shows you how powerful your thoughts are. Your thoughts can literally control everything from how you feel, how you think, how you perceive the world, how you interact with people. Your thoughts are literally like the powerhouse of everything in your life. If you, like, for example, didn't really love yourself, if you told yourself every single day, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, by the end of the month, your thoughts are only going to be filled with I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, because those are the only thoughts that you've been putting in your head for the past month. And then by the end of that month, since all of your thoughts are I love myself and your thoughts are very powerful, you will start to feel like you love yourself, which isn't a bad thing, bitch. That's literally the fucking goal. Like, you're supposed to love yourself. You're supposed to think that you are the most like gorgeous, beautiful, smart human being that has walked this earth. And a lot of people could say that's cocky, you shouldn't think like that. But at the end of the day, like, it's not like I'm out here saying that to people. Like, I'm not putting myself above others just because I think that I am like very intelligent, beautiful, wonderful, kind. That doesn't mean that's just like off the table for you. Like, you should also think of yourself the same way, because why not? If I think I am beautiful and intelligent and you think you are beautiful and intelligent, we are walking away feeling like beautiful and intelligent people, which is exactly what we should be doing. All of those emotions, all of those beliefs all come from your thoughts. It comes from what you think. And this is like kind of what I was going to go into earlier that I'll get into now. I was like trying to transition into this new mindset of like allowing good things to happen to me, loving when good things happen to me. But that's sort of the hard part. When you are in that mindset, it's very easy to be in that mindset when things are going your way. It's very easy to sit there and be like, oh, the universe loves me. I'm getting all of my manifestations. I feel so wonderful. I feel so gracious. But then all of a sudden, when something happens in your life, now all of a sudden your life is terrible. You feel ugly. I used to be, again, just sort of like on this high where I was like getting all my manifestation. But then the second something doesn't go to plan, my mindset that I just worked so hard for just flies out the window, because now that something bad happened to me, I'm basically going back into my old mindset, because that old mindset brought me comfort in times of chaos. But the gag is, I don't want to be in that old mindset. I want to be in this new mindset. But it's hard to have this new mindset and also navigate problems when you've never navigated a problem in this new mindset before. I was having such a good 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden this happens to me. Like, this literally ruins everything. But then I stop myself and I'm like, wait a minute. I am blessed, actually, because if I truly believe that everything happens for a reason, everything in my life, every bad thing that has happened in my life has happened for a reason, except for this situation that I'm going through right now. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense. And you feel yourself kind of reverting back to that very comfortable, self-destructive state. you need to switch that self-destructive mindset into a problem solution mindset, because the faster you can solve the problem, the faster you don't have to worry about it anymore. Needless to say, not all solutions are very easy. It's easy to come up with a solution, but to get to that solution is a gag and a half. Example, you don't love yourself. Solution, you love yourself. How do you get to that solution? Well, I don't know. That's where you come in. I don't know. Like, once I started to really navigate my problems like that, I feel like that's when things started to get a little bit better, because, like, for example, about a year, no, like, I think it's like 2 years now. Wow. About 2 years ago, someone really close to me passed away, and it was very sudden, and it was really shocking, and I didn't really know how to navigate my life anymore, because I no longer had like the guidance of this person. Just being in the company of this person, I was never gonna have that anymore. I just believed that like this was my life, like my life was over now. And then I kind of snapped into a problem solution mindset. Again, like the problem was that I missed this person and I felt like I couldn't continue my life without them. So, solution, figure out how to continue my life without them, which again was a lot easier said than done, because it took me about a good year to really like feel healed and feel okay with like talking about it without crying, or thinking about that person without crying. Whenever I was in an issue, or every time I was like in a problem or a conflict, for some reason it brought me a lot of comfort knowing that there was a solution. Because when you're in that state, it does feel like your life is over. It feels like the future is no longer, everything is just wiped out. Like you can't change certain things. Like if something happens, you can't change the past. You can't change what has already happened. All you can change is how you move forward from that thing happening. That brought me comfort knowing that, you know, this is a solution. Like there is a future where I do feel better about this. There is a future where there is a solution to this problem. I just have to get there. And once I get there, then I'm fine. But at least I'm working to get there. And sometimes you work so hard, it feels like you're never going to get there until you get there. And you're like, damn, I was about to quit about 18 times. Thank God I didn't. Like if you feel like things are just going so well in your life and you feel like something bad is about to happen, don't expect a bad thing to happen. Don't expect, you know, animosity. Don't expect chaos. Just expect good things to come your way. And if a good thing doesn't come your way, then you learn how to cross that bridge when you get there. You learn how to heal when it actually happens, because you can't heal from a fictional story in your head. Why are you dwelling on the 50% chance that it couldn't work when there is literally a 50% chance that it could work? The same exact percentage is the same probability. So why are you so stressed about it not working? You haven't even tried it. It is important to feel your emotions, but it's not important to overindulge in something that you know that will not bring you any benefit, that won't make you feel any better. Sometimes, like when you're sad, it does feel good to listen to sad music, and it feels good to let your cries out, to really like feel all of the bad stuff, but don't sit in the bad stuff. Experience it, feel it, take what you need from it, but eventually you do have to move forward and you do have to move towards that solution. Oh my God. I feel like I really just went on like a motivational speech just now. I also had this like crazy revolution that may drive like a lot of people psychotic when I say, but honestly, it is a beautiful thing. I was like just chilling at home, and I was like already going through a lot at the time, and I was like thinking, and I could not stop thinking, and it made my heart race and it made me nervous, and I was like, oh my God, I can't stop thinking. Oh my God, I am stuck in my head. Oh my God, I am stuck in my head for the rest of my life. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, no matter who I talk to, I will always be in my head. Always. And that freaked me out. out. It definitely broke a fourth wall for me. It definitely made me be like, wow, this is kind of scary. But then I sort of flipped it around and I started thinking, you know what? I think how I view the world is quite beautiful. I like my little hobbies. I love my little things about myself. I love like the jokes that I make. I love the people that I surround myself with. Like, honestly, maybe being in my head, if I'm going to be in here anyways, I might as well make it a beautiful place for myself to be in. So even when bad things happen to you, if things happen in your life that causes you to change around your life very abruptly, that doesn't mean it's the end of your life. It's just a transition into the next part of your life. And that is all I'll say on that, because honestly, I think I've hit my word count. Took a break during that motivational speech to have some motivational go-go squeeze. As you can see, the scene in here is abysmal. Should we watch TikToks? I know we watched Instagram Reels, and I never even showed you that girl that I was talking about. Okay, so how am I gonna search this up, because I really need to find her. I'm just hopping in here real quick to let you know that I actually spent the next 20 minutes trying to find this lady. I was so convinced that she had deleted all of her social media, but it was worth it because I found her. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes and I am fully convinced she is a Mandela effect. I cannot find this woman for the life of me. I went to Instagram. I couldn't find anything. No matter what I searched up, it was never her. And then I went here and I just like Googled grocery store spinning girl. And it says that one spinning girl at the grocery store. Clearly people know who that girl is, but none of her videos come up. So then the second search is girl spinning in grocery aisles recommending snacks, which is literally frame by frame what she does. And I look this up on TikTok and she is nowhere to be seen. No, wait, is this her? You're lying. Is she like a lot more niche than I thought? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. This isn't even her for real account, because like there's barely any videos. What if we copied this, put it into here, and possibly we find her? Oh, I found you.
Then I turn, and then I turn, and then I look sad.
Like she ate that the fuck down. You can't even lie. Okay. Oh my God. I found my queen. Okay. I thought I lost her. Isn't she actually such a cutie pie a la mode when you think about it? Like she is really, really cute. And like it wasn't until I saw that blooper video of her, like who she is off cam, and I was like, wow, wait, she's actually so adorable and I cannot believe it. Wow. Was it a train wreck and a hot mess to get there? Okay. Now I am tired and I don't know what else to talk about, honestly. I think I'm gonna eat a little bit of food and then I'm also going to play Fortnite. And once I get really, really good, I will drop my name on like Steam for you guys to add. Well, is that bad? No, I don't think people should know your name, because then I just be getting a bunch of like friend requests and a bunch of like invites, and like I would feel bad if I didn't like go like get into your game. So maybe that's not like a good. What if that's how it is with Roblox? I just now thought of that. What if it's literally like that with Roblox and I just like flat out said my Roblox name like last episode? If I haven't accepted your invite to game, I'm so sorry. I literally, again, just go on there to play Dress to Impress. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Again, welcome to the new channel. I hope it finds you cute and warm and comfy. I hope you get outside today. In Chicago, where I live, it's actually been -9 degrees all day long. So fresh air could quite literally kill me at this point. So I'm just gonna take in like whatever little sun I have and go for it. I hope you guys drink your water today. Make sure to stay healthy. Make sure to stay mindful, educated, strong, beautiful, sexy, gorgeous. And as always, I love you. I love you. I love you. What's that? Heart, not gang sign. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I will see you guys next week. Bye. Finally.